Hi, in this video, I'll explain the difference between these two expressions and show you how to compute them. On the left, you have 8c to the power 0. On the right, you also have 8c to the power 0, except that there are parentheses or grouping symbols around the 8c. Well, to understand these expressions and evaluate them, you need to know two things. The first thing you need to know is, what about that power 0 thing? Well, the rule is anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. Now, strictly speaking, is really anything non-zero to the power 0 is equal to 1. But many people, not all, but many people also adopt the convention that says 0 to power 0 is equal to 1. So for purposes of this video, we'll just take it as a general rule that anything to power 0 is equal to 1. The second thing you need to know are the rules of order operations, which in the US is often taught as PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. The letter P stands for parentheses or grouping symbols. It says that whenever you see parentheses or grouping symbols, you do all the calculations inside of it first before you go outside of it. The second letter is E, which stands for exponents or raising things to a power. After you're done with grouping symbols, you do exponents first. The next two letters are M and D. M and D stand for multiplication and division, and it says you do all your multiplication and division at the same time together from left to right. And finally, the last two letters are A and S. It says to do your addition and subtraction together from left to right, and they are done last. They're done after you are done with everything else. So that's PEMDAS. Now let's apply the rules to these two expressions. These expressions have a mix of things. It has parentheses, it has power 0, which is an exponent, letter E, and it has multiplication. Well, where is the multiplication? You know that in algebra, if you have a number and a letter next to each other, that implies that they are multiplied. Well, when you're not yet used to this way of writing things, I strongly recommend that you write in the multiplication so you can see it. And I also recommend you write it in as a big dot and not as a slanted cross. Because when you write a multiplication as a cross like this, it looks like the letter X, and that's confusing. So write in as a big dot. I'll do it now. So the expression on the left, there's a multiplication right there. So I'll write it as 8 big dot c to the power 0. The expression on the right also has a big dot right there in multiplication. So I did in 8 big dot c, and let's not forget to copy down everything else. So the parentheses and the power 0. Now I start calculating. The one on the right is a little harder, so let me do that first. I have parentheses, that's letter P in PEMDAS, and I have the exponents, E, and I have this multiplication in the middle here. Well, I don't know what C is equal to, so how am I going to do the 8 times C? It's inside parentheses. I'm supposed to do that first. Well, lucky for me, I realized, fine, I'm going to do all of that multiplication inside the parentheses first. But after I have done that, I would arrive at some number. I don't know what it is, but I would arrive at some number, and that number is raised to power 0. Well, I don't know what that number is, but I do know what a number raised to power is equal to. A number raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So in a way, I don't really need to do this multiplication. I just need to pretend that I've done it. I've arrived at a number, and then that number is raised to power 0, and it is equal to 1. So the answer for the expression on the right is 1. Now let me do the expression on the left. The expression on the left has a multiplication here and an exponent there. Well, which one do I do first? According to the rules of order of operations, I'm supposed to do the exponents before the multiplication. So I'm going to do the exponent first. That means this little piece here is done first and done separately from the multiplication. Therefore, the whole thing is equal to 8 times. That I'm not doing it yet. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do the exponent first, and the exponent is c to the power 0. C to the power 0 is equal to 1. So that's 8 times 1. Oh, now this I can do. 8 times 1 is equal to 8. And there we go. The answer for the expression on the left is 8. The answer to the expression on the right is 1. So you see that they are not equal to each other. They look similar, but the expression on the right has parentheses around the 8c, and it changes the order in which you do the calculations. And that's why you arrive at a different number. All right, I hope that helps. Like, share, and subscribe for more contents. Any question, put it in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye.